Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 6, Episode 16. I just watched Episode 15. If you want to see my reactions and my thoughts about it, I'm gonna put the link into the eye, and into the eye you can find also the playlist for My Hero Academia, one that I made, in which you can find all of my reaction videos about all of the episodes of My Hero Academia from Season 1, Episode 1 to right now, with also all of the OVAs, with also all of the movies, everything into the chronological order. Like really for you guys, it's entire hours of binge watching of My Hero Academia that you can watch just like that, you know, with letting YouTube do the thing, you know, do its job and turning right there with you while you are walking, while you are doing something, or just if you want to rewatch everything with me. I'm saying that because, again, me, that's what I was doing at some point, you know, with reaction videos. So maybe each time, you know, that I'm really respecting the things with this playlist, each time I'm thinking of me who did that, and maybe one of you who is doing that also. I'm doing that for you, really. So right there, this episode, I'm really like, okay, now we are at the hospital, we are seeing our guys being badly hurt, the consequences for them, Aizawa who lost a leg, and again we have to consider that he lost a leg, he made that sacrifice clearly just for that fight, to keep his quirk during that fight, because he could have lost his quirk and have it back really early, I mean really quick, because he knew that Eri could do that for him, like she did for Mirio, but no, he chose to sacrifice his leg for his entire life, you know, just for this fight, to continue to have his quirk during this fight. We had news also about Gran Torino, who is badly hurt but still alive, who was remembering also what happened with all of that, you know, with Shigaraki's grandmother, the fact that she was crying when she said goodbye to her son and considered that she had no son anymore, and clearly I think that he's gonna make some researches about what happened to that family if he doesn't know about it yet, and that's gonna be interesting for all of them to know clearly who is Shigaraki, what happened for him. That can be cool for them to learn all of that. We saw also Todoroki, who is badly hurt, who can't talk right now, but who is thinking about his brother, about Dabi, and all of the similarities that he found between him and Dabi. But what is a little bothering me, it's the fact that for now he's only thinking about the quirk situation and the fact that he's gonna be the best to fight against him, when me, I would want for Shoto to also talk with Dabi, because I clearly think that they are the same for the quirks, but also for how they considered, for Shoto, you know, it's more with a past sentence, their father and all of what he did to them. So Shoto can totally understand how Dabi is feeling and can be the one who can talk truly to his heart. And now that we saw that the master still has that control on Shigaraki, on his body, that Shigaraki is blocked inside of his own body, like that, you know, his mind is blocked like that by the master, like, I would want so much, you know, to have maybe one little opportunity for Shigaraki to talk with Shoto, to see also that Deku felt that he needed help, he wanted to be saved, and that's the thing with Shigaraki. In fact, that was the thing when he was a young boy and he discovered his quirk and he killed all of his family because of that. He wanted to be saved by heroes and he felt abandoned by heroes. No one was there for him during that moment, only the master who took advantage of the situation. So yes, now that we discovered that, about Shigaraki, you know, about the fact that he's blocked like that into his own mind by the master. I have some hope, I don't know why, for Shigaraki. And the master right now, he managed to release himself, you know, by controlling the Nomu's and Shigaraki body. Him, you know, just by himself, he released himself, his real body. Now he's into both bodies, you know, Shigaraki's body and his own body. He's saying that he's gonna let Shigaraki heal and have his body back and all, but I'm really wondering about it because clearly Shigaraki doesn't want to obey to you, he's not thinking the same than you. Can have people following him, like for example Spinner, that's what he said. I'm here for Shigaraki, I'm not here for you, I don't trust you, I don't believe into your ideas. Clearly you don't care about having bad people following you. These guys that you released from these prisons for following you, but also just to create chaos like that, it's not what Stein thought. And Spinner, we saw that he wanted to be a part of the League of Villains for that, you know, because he believed into Stein ideas. So really, I'm wondering about the master really accepting for Shigaraki to come back fully, you know, into his mind, to lose the control, you know, on him like that. I'm not so sure. We'll see. And we have Deku also, is still asleep. I don't know how to say it, unconscious. For sure I'm worried about it, but at the same time I'm pretty sure that Deku is gonna be alright at the end of things. I'm so glad that we can see Bakugo being so scared, worrying that much about him. Even if it's Bakugo's way to be, meaning that he's hiding the fact that he's worried behind a lot of anger. At the end, it's just because he's worried for his friend, and that's so cool. His first thought, you know, waking up Bakugo, it was for Deku. That's so nice! But like I said during the review of the previous episode, I'm really wondering what our guys are gonna do right now. Are they gonna go back to school? And no matter what, now I'm really worried about the fact that they were attacked, you know, before into the past, and they managed to continue to just have a sweet life at school, to have some fun together. But I have the impression that that innocence that they had clearly disappeared totally, was totally destroyed by this fight. They lost people that they loved, and that was so rough, so intense, that I have the impression that none of them is the same right now, and that now everything changed for them. It's making me really sad, and I would love to have them just going back at school and having fun together, to have them laughing together, but I have the impression that it's gonna take a lot of time, and even more with the context, with people who are really afraid about the fact that heroes, they lost that fight, Shigaraki is out there, Andover, they can't trust him anymore and are mad at him. The prisons, you know, all of these people creating chaos now, like, oh, it's rough for now, for all guys, you know, really for our students, I'm thinking of them in particular. We'll see, and I'm gonna see that maybe right now. I'm gonna watch this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can have these reaction videos for My Hero Academia in advance. We have 4 episodes of advance. It's really a lot. 4 episodes of advance on my Patreon, and you have the full opacity and the full reaction part, everything. It's with the level 3. You have the full opacity, the full reaction part, and you have 4 episodes of advance. It's what you can have in exchange, you know, for your support on my Patreon. I'm a little reactor on YouTube and also on Patreon, so each help can be appreciated, and that's why I'm working hard to give you these advantages, to give you something in exchange of your support. But if you just want to support me just like that, you know, you have also the link for my tip page. Right now, I don't know if we're still into the crowdfunding situation, but no matter what, the tip page still functions if you want and if you can. Again, be careful with that, don't put yourself into any difficulty. And yes, let's go for this episode. Ox. As a kid, okay. were always there.
ヒーローがいるのはいつもテレビの向こう側、現実とは違う架空の夢のような存在だと思ってた。街に何橋に行った。
Wait, it's a long memory thing that we have now?
誰に言った。バレンと思ったか。
羽がビリビリして街で何かあったと思って、でも収まったけん途中で帰ったったい。誰にも見られたら
嘘をつくな。
テレビつかん。
あ、知らねえよ。
Your dad and your mom? How they were treating you, how they were, where you were?
その逃走中、母が父をかくまい、そのまま俺が生まれた。おけ！中向けるな、言うたのや、何度や！こいつが生まれなけりゃ、俺はまだ血にやった。父も母もぶっ壊れてながら、こうはならないとじっと耐えていた。耐え続ければ時が経つ。
You ended so well after what you suffered.
この人捕まってしまった。どうしよう警報からママ盗んで逃げて、そんで捕まっちゃったって。エンデバーにエンデバー
Arrested your
瞬
dad?
間、夢は現実に、ヒーローは実在した。
He saved you.
逃げた。警察が来る。
父をかくまっていた罰を恐れ、母は俺の手を引き、その日のうちに家を出た。
なんでもいいけん、明かり持ってきて。あの人の声が何のために生まれてきたと思う。何のためにその羽をついたりしたの。
To fly, not to steal. And if you don't know it, the translation of these two words, they are the same word in French. Fly, steal, it's voler.
ご子息のケイオ君ですね。この子には天賦の才があります。ヒーローになるべき人間です。ご家族ごとこちらで全面支援させていただきます。
Who are these
ご
guys?
家族、僕におること見えますか。
You, your son, a family.
高みとの関わりを一切抹消し、新たな人生を歩んでいただくものでございます。この名前とは今日限りでさよなら。君にはこ
I
こで
remember when we
特
saw
別な
that.
ヒーローとなるための専用プログラムをこなしてもらう。厳しい訓練になるけど大丈夫かい。
俺もこの人みたく悪いやつをやっつけるヒーローになれますか。俺を救ってくれたみたくみんなを明るく照らせますか。
ダビはあなたの死を信じ込み、そして遺体の共有保管を提案してきた。効果的な場面で遺体を使うべきだと。
They wanted to use him as
こう
change.
してあなたの体は奴らの息のかかった施設で保存された。まあこちらの効果的なタイミングでこっそり蘇生させましたけどね。捕まってろ。
They had you.
爪が見えた。これからはこの食いしん坊が少年が
Gluten gun.
ファイバーオン。ファイバーファイヤー。
He was sending what? Butter? He's alive. Can you see it?
警察は刑務所から脱獄したヴィランたちの件で手一杯。世間から批判の的にされるや否や事務所畳んでとんずらこいちまった。
ヒーローなんかいなくても
Oh.
ここのか。
Yes, Alf. Excited to see you, Alf. Mad at you. She. Your mother? No.
警護へ
Yes.
ごめんなさい。家に怖い男の人たちが入ってきて、あなたのお父さんのことを話してしまいました。本当にごめんなさい。元気でいてください。私はあなたのことを誇りに思っています。
やっぱ漏れるとしたら母さんだよな。それはきついな。高みの抹消は俺と母の関係が消えるということです。それでいいと思ったんです。救うのじゃなく見限った。人を助けたいってやつがですよ。
Could you save her life?
みんなを明るく照らせますか？
公安は現在実質機能停止。俺に指示を出す人がもういない。縛るものが
なくなった。
Nothing and no one.
こっちでいいやろ。オールマイトはたばかしい。あんたは
That's why she gave you $1.
なんな。
追い詰められた時、自由を得た時って人の差が現れますよね。だから
And right now you're free from his commitment, you know, to this commission and...
善悪はともかく人の役に立とうと必死だった。俺もそうありたい。
何のためにその胸がついてると。
俺は正しくありたい。語った轟家の話が本当だとしても、きっと今は違う。片付けなきゃいけないことが死ぬほどあります。まず俺の原点からエンデバーさんが困ってる。
You were so sweet, so cute as a kid.
都市部はパニックに陥っていた。医療を見限った人々が自衛の手段を求めたとき、それらはもう市場に出回っていた。対ヴィラン戦闘訓練を受けていない一般市民の武装戦闘は周辺一帯を巻き込みした事件が全国で頻発していた。
And they're mad at you.
ための被害腹を切るより他あるまい。
この活躍とほどほどの名声、この活躍を機に
It's worth to resign right
ナン
now?
バー9ヒーロー引退表明。
今やめてどうすんだよ。クソじじい、また詐欺。
平和が前提にあった世の中で一体どれだけの人間がくしくもヒーローがその意味を今一度問われている。
How many kids now are saying that they want to be heroes?
くしくもヒーローがふるいにかけられている。そして人々はその全ての責任をこの男一人の肩に乗せる。
And over?
私は応援しています。
Oh. You're so sweet.
地獄で俺と踊ろうぜ。
トーヤはあの戦いで俺が生き延びると分かっていたのだ。
I think so. He wants to have a fair fight against you.
動けなかった。あの時と同じ息子の父を前に俺が固まっていた。帰ってきただけだ。俺がかつてしてきたことが全部。
You know what I think about it. Everyone deserves a second chance and he truly wants to change, but he doesn't repair all of what he did before.
ヒーローとしてもエンデバーは死んだ。
No? No, no.
息子とは戦えない。
You heard that. The three of you. Ew! Come back!
お父さん、よかった。ようやくみんなで顔合わせられた。
何泣いてんだよ。
本当にすまない。すまん。遅すぎたんだ。後悔が罪悪感が今になって。
You're finally showing your emotions, your regrets to them. I'm glad.
心が何？後悔も罪悪感もみんなあなたよりうんと抱えてる。話をしに来たの。うちのこと、そしてトーヤのこと。
Each time that this woman talks, I have the impression that it's the first time. We already discussed about it, I think that it was on comments on my Patreon. each time that this woman talks, I have the impression that it's the first time. Because her voice is so rare, you know, into this family, into this anime, and means so much for her to finally have a voice, to finally talk, and all that. Each time I'm just paralyzed and just shocked, she's talking! And for her to intervene right there, to say to Andover, to face Andover, and to say to Andover, we need to talk about our family, we need to talk about Toya. For sure I want that. For sure I want that discussion, that background, you know, situation and all. For all of you to talk together about the situation into your family. For sure I want to talk about it. But to finish like that, it was rough. And over all of what he thinks and how he feels right now, I'm glad. I'm sorry to say it like that, but I'm glad. You know what I think of his character, you know that during entire seasons I was mad at him, so mad at him for how he was treating Todoroki, you know, Shoto, how he was using him, and all of what we discovered about what he did to this family, making kids just for his little project, using them, playing with them, how he treated Shoto all of this time, how he treated his wife, and clearly to choose your wife only for her quirk, like this was a forced marriage and we can imagine all of the bad things going with it. And really I was mad and against Andover during entire seasons. When he showed that he wanted to change, I was really difficult, you know, with it. Like, I'm not sure that I can give him this second chance, even if I believe in 2 second chance. For me, I have a rule. You need to truly want it, to prove by actions that you truly want it, and you need to be punished for what you did. You know, when it's about crimes, when it's about mistreating people like that, and violently, psychologically, all of that, you need to be punished for it by the law, by life, you know, by karma, I don't know, but you need to be punished for it. So I was really like, okay, why not, but I'm not sure that I'm okay with it, and it's only since maybe 1 season that I'm okay with Andover, because I saw that truly he has regrets and he wants to change and he's doing stuff to change and he's taking his time with his kids, giving them time to see that he wants to change. And also I was glad, but clearly I'm even more glad right there to see him crying in front of them, showing true regrets, showing that truly he feels sad and sorry for what he did. I prefer that. Like, that's what I wanted since a long time, so I'm glad. The fact that he's saying that Andover, the hero, is dead, no, it can't be, but I understand why he's feeling like that right now, because he knows that before it was already difficult for people to trust him, to follow him and all, after what happened to All Might and all of that. So now that they discovered the truth about what he did to his family, that's gonna be even more difficult, and no matter what, he hates what he was, how he was, and for everyone to see him now for how he was, clearly I can understand that he wants to quit, but he shouldn't. And you know, it's a little the same for all of these heroes who are giving up. I can understand them, like, you know, this one who was with Ochako when they were saving people, and this guy said, I can't deal with that situation. For sure, I hate that he's giving up, but I can understand that in a moment of despair, seeing all of what is happening, you can feel useless and you can feel that you're not enough yourself, that you're not strong enough to face all of that, to fight against all of that. So maybe it's in fact better to give up now. But right there, for the number 9 top hero to give up just like that, to take his retirement, again I understand why, but no, it's sounding such a bad message. All of the first part with Ox and his family, what we discovered about his background, it's awful. You know, we saw little things about it, but now to have the entire full story about his dad who was a thief, his mother who hid him, and they had Ox, and they didn't want him. Both of them, in fact, they were mistreating him, they were violent with him, they were poor and were living not only in a poor house but also like without taking care of it, of this house, without taking care of themselves, so for sure without taking care of their own son. And how they were living, it's awful. So clearly when Andover took care of his father, meaning arrested his father, for sure Ox saw it like a hero just saved me, because that hero just erased the threat was inside of his own home. For his mom to not handle herself well after that, it's not really a surprise. For her to talk like that to him, it's awful. The commission offered its help, but it was... I'm not sure how to see it, you know, like for me, they took advantage also of the situation. They saw a kid with a really good ability, they saw that maybe they could use him, so they chose to take him, to erase his name, to train him so he could be a hero for them. Like, I have the impression that they used that kid, they didn't brainwash him, but they used him and all, like, I'm not so sure. And now that he's free from his past with his mother who disappeared and his mother who said things, you know, about his past to the wrong persons, he's free from his past that these villains know about, he's free from his mom who betrayed him, I don't know how to say it, you know, once again. And again, I'm not mad at her for that. Clearly she was a weak person all along her life, so it was expected for her to act like that. But yes, he's free from his past, he's free from his family, his mom, he's free from the commission who is not functioning anymore. So right now he's deciding to be on this side against villains and with Andover because he truly wants to, and that's in fact what he wants since the beginning, to be a hero, to be someone who saves people like Andover saved him. And that's something, you know, that these heroes who are giving up right now, maybe they are forgetting, or maybe they never had on mind, that you're a hero because it's a vocation, you know, something that you truly want to do, and that you can't help yourself then doing that, being like that. It's really who you are to be a hero, and because of that you're a hero. Do you understand what I mean? They can't just watch what is happening and not act, not intervene. When for these heroes who are quitting, in fact, in front of everything which is happening, that they are saying, no, I can't, I'm not enough, I can't see my place right there, I'm not gonna handle that situation well. So it means that it's not truly who they were, that was not a real vocation at the beginning. That's why I'm not so mad at them, because in fact it's better to not have someone first, you know, fighting for you, and even more into a fight like that. And really, people now out there, they are so divided between still ruling for heroes and totally giving up on heroes and being mad at them, maybe even joining the villains, at least doing bad stuff because of that. And the situation is so chaotic with all of these guys who are released from these jails. People clearly are not feeling safe outside, and they are hopeless, desperate. It's awful. The situation right now outside is awful. I'm saying outside of this hospital. And we have still Deku who is unconscious. He needs to come back. We need him. I need his positivity right now into this anime. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. That's it. 2 episodes today. That was cool. For you guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can already have my reactions and my thoughts to the 4 next episodes if you want. It's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Crazy.